Hello, gamers. Today is the day that I thought Switch 2 was actually supposed to come out. But as it turns out, Switch 2 came out yesterday because I did not understand the meaning of midnight releases. Apparently, when they say midnight release, they mean it's releasing on midnight on that day. So when they said June 5th midnight release, I thought they meant June 5th ends and then like 11:59 p.m. on June 5th, that's when it comes out. As it turns out, I was wrong. They say midnight release on June 5th. They mean Wednesday to Thursday night. So Switch 2 actually came out yesterday as opposed to today, which means I got it earlier than I expected. But it also means that now I can play Switch 2 Welcome Tour, just for the funs of it. Also, let me make sure I have shared this with the Discord server. Give people a few moments to come on in, and then we'll start the Welcome Tour. I haven't done much on the Switch 2 yet. I'm gonna do a quick video on Scarlet Violet and the graphical updates they did, because, you know, everyone's like, oh, we got graphical updates. They look so graphics. Wow. But, you know, I'm someone who's ran into way too many glitches. So I'm a little sus, and I wanted to, you know, go in and check them for myself and see what the differences are. Actually, like, what are the real practical differences? So that's basically the video. Kind of compare and contrast a couple of the things they've changed and some things that have not improved despite the graphical updates. Okay, so that is shared. And then we have a chat. Hello, welcome. Welcome, Crow. Welcome. You're supposed to be Nutcracker, but spelled funny. Good morning. And we got Briar. What's up, dude bros? Yo, what's up? We are gonna do some welcome tour. Just giving people a second to show up, but yeah. And then I also tried out Mario Kart World. I will be streaming this later tonight on my Twitch. But I believe there's gonna be like a bunch of people streaming it on YouTube. Like, if you wanna stay on platform. Let me see. I believe Flota invited me. Yeah, so Flota's gonna be streaming this. Vic is gonna be there. Alpha Star is gonna be there. Yeah, there's gonna be a couple of the usual stream friends. So if you guys prefer to stay on YouTube, go check out Flota. If not, follow me on Twitch. It should be in the description. Let me double check real quick. But yeah, okay, yes, I do have it at the very bottom of the description. Am I streaming this directly from my Switch too? Yes, I am. Also, I did a little silly unboxing video. I'm probably gonna unlist it, so if you guys want to watch it, just add it to your watch later or something, or watch it like later today. Because YouTube's like, this is a bad video, nobody's gonna see this, so I'm probably gonna unlist it soon. But if you do want to watch it, now's your chance. But anyways, let's get started with the Switch 2 Welcome Tour. So I'm gonna turn off the random background music I have going on. It just started with the Godot theme, but no Godot theme for you gamers. We're gonna go into the Switch tour and let's see what it sounds like, because right now you haven't heard any sounds because it's just, you know, the home screen, which I think they intentionally made the Switch 1 home screen look very similar in their update. But let's see how this goes. I'm curious. Nintendo Switch 2. Also, let me know if the game audio gets too loud. That's the crowd of people lining up for the Switch 2. Okay, interesting opening. Wait, what does it say? Software explanations are based on console features and specifications as of June 2025. This tells me they have other things they're gonna add. Let me just turn it down slightly. Just slightly. Alright, so welcome tour Nintendo Switch 2. Let's It just seems like a park, an amusement park. Welcome to Nintendo Switch 2. Welcome to... And they were not expecting to say welcome twice in a row, were they? Select an appearance. We get to pick who we are in line. How long is this line? This line is infinitely long. There's an infinite line going into the Nintendo Switch 2. Infinite. I guess this guy right here, this normie guy looks the most like me, so we'll be normie guy. Go with this look? Yes. Entry will begin soon, so please proceed to the gate. Oh, I'm holding up the line. Welcome, welcome, come on in. How much are you planning on playing ZA when it comes out? Yes. Yes, I am planning on playing. It really depends on how the game plays out. And the way it's structured. As long as it's decent enough to replay multiple times, I'll do plenty of runs in it. So it really depends on how the game actually plays. I can't say at the moment because we don't really have much information on how it's going to play out. But we'll find out in October. I think there's going to be a direct in like a month about it, so we'll know more information by then. Also, hi Spuddy, hi Modified Runner. Thank you for sacrificing $10 for this game. Exactly. What do you think of the venue? Is this the biggest Nintendo Switch you've ever seen or what? Sure. Go ahead and walk over it. There are all sorts of things to do around here. You can gain some insight into what makes Nintendo Switch 2 tick. Take some quizzes about the system. Experience tech demos that show... they literally called it a tech demo. It is the $10 tech demo. They admit it. They admit it right here. And of course, play minigames. What was that last thing? Oh, the stamp rally. Stamps are hidden all over the place, so happy hunting. By the way, if you want to move around more quickly, press and hold the B button to run. The exhibition is ready to begin, so it might save you some time. Okay, so we are on Joy-Con left area. This is the blue Joy-Con. I see it says 0 out of 18. I think I just need to talk to people. Looks like you can learn some stuff about the Switch 2 here. I'm gonna read up on this. You two can go ahead without me. Okay, so talking to people didn't really do anything. Button. Oh, it's the minus button. Were you startled by that stamp popping up? Don't worry, it's harmless. Have fun with the stamp rally. Hunting down the hidden stamp is sure to be a blast. Oh, it's the stamp. It's the button stamp. I got a stamp, gamers. Yeah, Champion Rose, Kalos, exactly. This ain't a demo. Why does this demo cost money? Exactly. Is the Switch 2 worth it in your opinion? At the moment, if you really love Mario Kart, then yes. Otherwise, at the moment, no. Maybe for Legend ZA, but I think there's gonna be like a special ZA version of the Switch from what I've heard. Speaking of Mario Kart, we got Captain Astronaut. Also, I did start a brand new save because I do want to experience the Switch 2 as if I'm someone who's never played Nintendo stuff before, so kind of just going into it fresh. Which is also why the only other game I have is ScarQuest on here right now. It's, you know, it's just CarQuest and then all the Nintendo, like, online features, and then, like, 2 other games. Alright, so let's do this quiz thing. I'm wondering what this is. You can learn about HD Rumble 2 here. Are you planning on doing a Diantha run in Z? I'm planning to do the Diantha run in Sword and Shield, and then we'll see. You'll learn about the kinds of vibrations it makes and where it's located, how it works, and more. Does this tickle your fancy? My fancy is tickled, oh no. Glad to hear it. Well then, here's the HD Rumble 2 Insights 1. Man, I thought my wording was awkward. HD Rumble 2. Take a look here. Okay. I don't have the Pro Controller. These are the HD Rumble 2 parts for the Nintendo Switch 2 console. They're different from the HD Rumble parts for the Nintendo Switch console. In fact, these parts have been custom built from the ground up. They're housed within both the Joy-Con 2 and Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller. In order to fit both the Joy-Con 2 and inside, they've had to undergo even further separate customization. It has been designed from the ground up. Alright, this is going to be on the test, so we got to remember this stuff. From the ground up, they've been customized. So they're custom and from the ground up. Okay, alright. This feels like school. I feel like I'm in school right now. I should be taking notes. The rumble of the controller is created when magnets and electromagnets shift the weight. It's kind of sad since people have to wait until December in my country to get a Switch 2. It's alright though. That's the thing I do want to communicate with this is like, I know a lot of creators are gonna be hyping this up. They're gonna be like, oh my gosh, you need the Switch 2. Oh my gosh, it's like a 20% upgrade on the Switch is what it feels like. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that bad. And none of the, like, unless you're really into Mario Kart World or Donkey Kong, like, you're not really missing out on anything. It's just like 2 or 3 games that you won't be able to play right away, but like, it's alright. It's alright, it's not that big a deal. The rumble of older Nintendo controllers is created by a motor swinging in a weight. Oh, interesting. When it comes to Nintendo Switch HD Rumble and Nintendo Switch 2 HD Rumble, these are so long. This is the technical writing team wrote this. The weight isn't spinning. Instead, it vibrates side to side at a very high speed. Interesting. This is similar to how some trains use magnets to levitate. What trains use magnets to levitate? Allowing them to move at extremely high speeds. Are they talking about the bullet trains in Japan? Did they steal bullet train technology for the HD Rumble 2 on the Nintendo Switch 2? Because that's what it sounds like. Vibrating the weight sideways makes it easier to make it rumble in various ways. Rumble using magnets and electromagnets. The rumble is created by weight vibrating sideways. I don't know if I'm gonna remember all this. Because it says quiz. Powerful rumble. Nintendo Switch 2 console's HD Rumble 2 features a range of intensity. From very weak vibrations, like a gentle touch, to much stronger vibrations, at maximum strength. The sensation will be much stronger than the HD Rumble on the Switch. I did feel that, yes, I will agree. The Rumble is definitely more HD. However, the stronger vibrations won't be used the whole time you're playing a game. Rather, the powerful rumble is reserved for specific moments where it makes the most sense. In other words, when you're playing Splatoon 3 and you're using the Grisco charger, I don't know if any of you gamers played Splatoon 3, but I hope some of you do. When you use the Grisco charger, literally every time you shoot that weapon, it uses the max rumble, and I'm very curious if that's the case for this, because it's gonna be hilarious if it's still the case and they say this in the tech demo. Because then they're lying to us. They're lying. We'll have to try it out. The original Switch demo was a lot more fun. No extra read. Yeah, they literally just took the manual and they made it into a video game. They're not beating the accusations right now. But you guys are welcome. You don't have to waste your $10 on this. Only I have to waste my $10. The Joy-Con 2 controller rumble in your hands. Been designed to transmit the sensation directly, no matter how you're holding them. Oh, they broke it apart. This is because the HD Rumble 2 parts are directly attached to the plastic on the back. The parts are so close to where your hands are holding the controllers makes the vibration easier to feel. Okay, and now it's time to take a quiz. Are you guys ready for the quiz? I'm not ready for the quiz. Now that you've got all the knowledge under your belt, it's time for a quiz. I did not take notes. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Yeah, now blasters are gonna shake like crazy. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe it'll be fixed. Maybe it's adjusted for Splatoon 3. Okay, 4 questions. Question number 1. Which part of the console is shown in the image? The microphone? Yeah, that's definitely the microphone. It has, as we all know, the Switch has multiple microphones in the Joy-Cons, so they can spy on you at all. This is a lie. This is probably also just the HD Rumble one, right? Man, alright, they made this easy. I like it. I like it. How does the weight used for HD? I love how they give you the visual. It spins around. No, it rolls around. No, it actually just stays still. It creates rumble through quantum technology. It shakes from side to side, like the trains. Question number 3. Which of the following is true of the strength of the HD2 Rumble feature? It's always strong, it's always weak. It can be either strong or weak. Is it black, white, or Pokemon black and white remakes? It's the remakes. We're never gonna get. Or they're gonna be chibi. Okay, if the Joy-Con 2 controllers, what is the HD2 Rumble part attached to? Number 3, the plastic on the back. They're not attached to anything, they're just free roaming. Done. Results. Check. Perfect score. This is, I'm a 100% A student. Got that 4.0 GPA, full marks. You really know what's what when it comes to the HD Rumble 2 now, eh? Greetings and why farewell? Hi Hyper Bro, hope you're doing well. Okay, do we get multiple stamps for this? We got 0 stamps for this. Hold on, I want my stamp for the Joy-Con. How do I get the stamp for this? There's gotta be a stamp for this, right? Because we got this stamp right here. Is this the stamp? No, no more quizzes. I want my stamp. A. You want to exit? No. I want the stamp. Hi there. I can invert your camera controls for you if you want. Oh, this is for Captain Astronaut. He loves to invert his controls. I don't. We're not gonna invert them. No, we're gonna keep them normal. I'm already confused enough as it is. I don't need that. Bro, you could have just saved the $10. I did it for you gamers. Welcome. Thanks for visiting the Lost and Found desk. I have a feeling that somewhere out there, a lost item longs for its home. If you happen to find it, please bring it to me. If you find a lost item, be sure to give it to the newbie. The veteran staff members to your left is in charge of camera settings. There's buttons. Whoa, would you look at that? You can tilt R left and right to get better view of this. Wow. Wow. It's not really letting me interact with that many buttons. A lot of these are locked areas. Sorry, you can't go through here yet. Come back after you had a good look around area G. I guess we talk to these guys then? Oh, someone's lost glasses. Should you find any lost items, make your way through the welcome tour. Please be a helper and bring them to the information center. Thank you for doing your part. Alright, I think I want to play with this thing. This minigame will showcase some of what the HD Rumble feature can do. You're likely aware that the HD Rumble 2 can produce very strong vibrations. This minigame will allow you to experience these strong vibrations firsthand. Move the mouse from side to side. The vibration will change in strength. Try to find where the vibration is strongest. Alright, it's minigame time. Alright, so in my comments of the video I did, the unboxing I did, someone suggested that I use the straps for the the mouse mode, and I think I might do that because I see there's like little very tiny little pads to protect the Joy-Con, but the little straps, oh my gosh, little straps, they seem to offer more protection. So I'm gonna put those on for the mouse segment. And let's see if you can hear the click. There, now it's on. How long how long do people misuse the vibration feature? I don't know how you misuse this, but probably some game developer very soon will do that. Alright, so even though this is a mouse, it feels very unnatural. But I mean, it is mousy. I guess it doesn't feel like a good mouse. Alright, find where the rumble is the strongest. I don't know how to communicate the level of rumble to you gamers. I mean, we'll play around with it, but... I just joined. Is it worth the $10? No. This feels pretty strong. I don't know if it's coming through on the mic. Your guess. The answer. Dang it. Missed by 6 points. What am I? I feel. Is this what Rainbow feels like when he's trying to guess places on the planet? It's hard to tell the vibration strength when you're holding it as a mouse. I think it's here. Now I kind of want to play GeoGuessr. We'll try it one more time. I want that other medal, and then we'll move on to the next mini game. Just joined. Is it worth the $10? I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not sponsored by Nintendo. Alright, we're not getting the gold. We ain't getting the gold. That's okay. That's okay. And now I gotta put this back on the... Find the strongest rumble along the line. Taking the Joy-Con off is not as pleasant on the two, but it works. You weren't off target there. Did you feel the intensity of the rumble? Did you, Chad, feel the intensity of the rumble, or was it not communicated at all? I don't know how much the mic picked up that stuff, but not really. Okay. It was rumbling, I'll tell you that. It was rumbling. But it's a bit hard to tell, because when you're holding it as if it's a mouse, you're only holding where the click button would be. And you can test it out with the Switch 1 Joy-Con. Like, just turn it sideways, as if it's a mouse. Will you try again? No, we're gonna go to the other mini games. We gotta check out the rest of this facility. Collecting clear medals, huh? Oh hey, looks like you just got your first medal. I've already got 5. Yep, I'm pretty good at this stuff. I don't like this kid. he's taunting me. Alright, let's try out this other... Oh. Wait, so the stamps are hidden, is what I'm learning. That's why I couldn't find the stamps. Because the little stamperoo area is hidden. Wait, is there not gonna be a stamp area for every key? Okay. Oh, they're on the bottom. I see. So they got secrets in there. Did Scarlet and Violet get the graphical update? Yep. I'm gonna do a video about it soon, but it just looks better. But it doesn't fix the performance issues they had. Oh, hi there. I went... No, I didn't. I don't want to talk to you. Yeah, since Giovanni is in... Since Giovanni is in the Let's Go games, yeah, it's probably gonna be Let's Go, yeah. I am working on Season 3. I have 2 more episodes left to script. Okay, I think we've seen everything down here, so we just gotta play the mini game, and then we deliver the little lost glasses we found. Hey there, ready to show off your mouse skills? Mouse controls allow you to move your character more quickly and accurately than control sticks. In this minigame, there will be lots of spiked balls falling from the sky, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. You will need to use your mouse skills to dodge gracefully and weave tactically around them. It can be pretty tricky, so stay focused. Alright, we'll dodge balls. Now I gotta disconnect the Joy-Con again from the grip. This game has you do a lot of stuff, a lot of movement and playing with the hardware. All right, let's dodge some balls, gamers. So we're the little UFO, I believe, and we did see this in the ads. And then I just gotta move the mouse around to dodge the ball. I can just stay in the corner. Nope, I died. Didn't even last 20 seconds. Didn't even last 20 seconds. We'll give each minigame 3 tries, basically. I think that's a good way to go about it. 3 tries, and then we move on to the next one. Otherwise, we're gonna be stuck doing like minigames over and over until we master them. There's no point in doing that. The secret the secret is not to hide in the corner. I lied. It is very like quick movement though. Like very quick movement. Very quick movement. I'm sweating. What's your opinion on Nintendo's own version of Discord? I haven't actually used that yet. Alright, we got a gold medal. Do we give it one more try? I'm good. I'm good. I got the gold. I'm good. The game is adapting to you. It really is. And when you eject it, it literally flies off. It literally flies off at you, which is wild. You gotta dodge the strap being disconnected. Nintendo cord, I'm gonna call it. Hi, Super Flash. It's very RNG heavy. Yeah, you got some slick mouse skills. Thank you. Looks like part 2 is oh. I think you should give it another go. You might last a little longer this time. I didn't realize they're doing part 2s. Oh, so you unlock more mini games based on how many gold medals you've collected. So this guy, I need 7 gold medals to access. Well, I kind of want to give this a shot. Someone's been busy. You already got 2 medals you need. Now unlock Dodge the Spike Balls 2. Catch the stars. Part 1 just involved dodging, but part 2 you have an additional objective, collecting stars. Alright. The process of undocking them and putting on the strap is very... they're making me work here. Okay. Dodge the spike balls and collect stars. Oh, the ship can move up and down. I just thought it was stuck with sideways movement, but... the big spiky balls, terrifying. Well, I am so dead. Yeah, okay. How many points we need? 30. We're good. We got the gold. Not gonna lie, this demo looks kind of fun. No, don't do it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. It's too soon. It's too soon to judge. We're only in the beginning area. We gotta see what the other areas look like. But I mean, hey, if it's fun for you, who am I to judge? Let me sip some coffee real quick. I got some slick mouse skills. Thank you. There's part 3. I need the 31 gold medals. So it seems like the game is gonna like zigzag you around the area and have you play a bunch of different mini games, but not back to back. What is PvZ? Plants vs Zombies? Admit the fact that they got the Joy-Cons working as a mouse is cool. If they wanted to use a mouse, you could just plug in a PC mouse. You know, I mean, they do have that USB port on the actual dock. Like, there's 2 USB ports, and currently I have one plugged in to charge my Pro controller, but the other one's not in use. And I'm very well. I think you're supposed to plug in your camera into it, but I'm wondering if I can just plug in a mouse. It's fun watching you spend $10 on. Okay, so we feel kind of stuck here. Like, there's no... Let's deliver the glasses. Welcome. Thanks for visiting our Lost and Found desk. Oh, thanks for turning this in. I have a feeling that someone out there, a lost item, looking for home. If you happen to find it, bring it to me. Okay, well that did nothing. That literally did nothing. There should be a stamp for this. But I'm not... Oh, we already got the stamp for this. Okay. Ooh, multiple stamps. The mouse feet make it easier to slide your Joy-Con 2 controllers when you're using mouse controls. The other thing I don't like about the mouse controls is it requires you to be at a desk or like have a table. The release button. Yeah, this thing is like a fidget toy. Like, I'm playing with it right now, so it has like a light tap mode, where if you lightly touch it, it does move a little bit, but if you want to actually release, you have to like push hard on it, and only then will it release. Otherwise, like, it just feels a little flappy. That's okay. It works. Alright, so we just got a bunch of stamps to collect over here, I suppose. I thought it was for old school wired controller. Oh, that's what I'm using it for. This gives off the same vibes as that Google search and find the games they had a while back. Maybe. Maybe. I need to know, can the Switch 2 run Doom? How do I check this? I mean, if it's the Nintendo Switch 2, like, virtual machine stuff, it should run. Unless I'm misunderstanding the question, in which case I have no idea. Okay, so we found almost every... Almost. I'm missing a few, but let's take a quiz. Are we ready for quiz? You can learn about attaching and detaching the Joy-Con controllers here. You find out how they attach to the console and what you can actually attach them... That you can actually attach them backwards? Hold up. Hold up, I did not know about this. This is, huh? Just what I like to hear. Alright, this got me excited. This is gonna be on the test. This is gonna be a test, gamers. Is it an actual game or is it just a showcase? So it's a showcase with several mini games that are like focused on specific aspects of how the game works, but we're not too far in, like how the console works. Then this runs Doom on 4K. Yeah, the mouse feels kind of against the point of the Switch. Like, they want it to be usable anywhere, but then the mouse requires hard... Yeah. Because I was thinking when I got started playing the Switch and Splatoon, I was playing the game standing up. Because, like, we just had it up in the living room. The TV was... Like, you had to look up to see the TV because it's above the fireplace. And it was just more comfortable to just play standing. But now if Splatoon 4 is going to require you to use the mouse, you're kind of forced to like have to sit down. I don't know. The Joy-Con 2 controller is attached to the Nintendo Switch console magnetically. But where are these magnets? Well, they're on the main body of the console. The Joy-Con 2 controllers don't have any magnets that attach to the console. The buttons are made of steel. Are they? They feel like they're made of plastic. I'm not gonna lie. They probably have they're probably plastic coated, but they have steel inside of them. The magnets on the console attach to the SL, SR buttons. Okay. So magnets are in the Switch, not on the buttons. Got it. Here's a fun fact about the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Each controller can be attached to the opposite side of the console. This is wild. They can even be attached backwards. This is wild. Why would you ever do this? Why would you ever do this? I kind of want to try it right now. I have to take the console out of the dock though, so you guys can't see this, but I want to try it. However, this orientation is not recommended. Joy-Con 2 controllers won't charge when attached this way. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. I'm trying this. You guys are gonna see a black screen for a moment. That's just gonna be me trying it. Oh, this feels a lot hotter than the... Yeah, you can hear the game. So this is me attaching it normally. And then, and then I'm gonna attach it upside down. This looks so stupid. Wait, I wonder if it still functions. It does still function. This is wild. So even though it's backwards, the buttons still work. Which means I could flip the console and play it upside down without looking at the screen. You can't see the visual for any of this. This is wild. This is silly. Or you can... Oh, that's why they have the... I see. Oh, now, okay. Alright, I'm putting this back in. So, I don't know if you gamers remember how they advertised it as having the... Like the little plug-in, you can plug it in at the top or the bottom of the console. This works with this, because basically you can... If you did put your Joy-Cons upside down, you can still charge it either which way. It's very silly. It's very silly. I don't think there's any practical use for this. Like there's a possibility where you can be like, here, let's see if I can switch the screen share real quick just to show you guys the visual. So there's a possibility where you can do something along these lines where, come on, paint. So you could do something along the lines where it's like your switch is like this, and you have the controller facing you, and then your screen is facing a friend. So like you have a friend here, and then this is you. So you're controlling it from here with your hands, but your friend is looking at the screen, and it's like a teammate thing. I don't know. Yeah, playing Mario Odyssey, but I can't see the screen. But also, you can't really record this as a creator. So this is like a silly game I guess you could play with like a sibling at home. Otherwise, I'm not seeing too much practical use for it, but it is what it is. All right, back to the quiz, because I already forgotten half of the notes they told me. Okay. Did you know that the Joy-Con 2 controller is attached to the console? They use magnets. Yes, we do know this. Unlike Nintendo Switch, there is no locking mechanism to prevent the controllers from being detached. And I mentioned this in the unboxing. They feel very flimsy, but they're not flimsy. They feel flimsy, but they're not flimsy. The only thing keeping them connected is the force of the magnets, which is surprisingly strong. They're very strong magnets, I'll say that. Attaching and detaching Joy-Con 2 is easy. To detach the controllers, simply press the release button and they'll come off in an instant. You'll be able to detach them even if the console is in the dock. What's more, you can detach each one with a single hand. To attach the controllers, simply bring them near the console. They're easy to both detach and attach. I don't agree with the detach. It's a bit of a work to detach them, like, which is a good thing. You actually have to put in like a little bit of extra force to detach them, but that is a good thing. But I see what they mean. It's like, it's not a struggle. You're not gonna struggle to detach them, but you do have to like intentionally put in a little bit of extra effort just to detach it. Okay, let's take the quiz. I assume they make a game implementing the upside down feature. I mean, there already is a game implementing the upside down feature. It's called Pokemon, because they have Inkay, the Pokemon that only evolves when your console is flipped upside down for some reason. It has the same practicality as playing the game blindfolded. Pretty much, yeah. Okay, you've convinced me to spend. No! No! Which of the following is used to detach the Joy-Con? The release buttons. Telekinesis, of course, of course. How could I be so stupid, gamers? They detached via telekinesis, of course. The release buttons. The NK stress. it's true. Which of the following is used to attach the Joy-Con 2 controllers to the Joy-Con 2? Glue? Love. I do love how creative they got with these quizzes. Please do not put glue on your... It's magnets. It's magnets. In which ways can the Joy-Con 2 controllers be attached? All of the above. Can be attached backwards and on either side. I like how they actually show you the visual of attaching it backwards and on either side. Now I'm scared that I might have missed that. What are the magnets that keep the Joy-Con attached located? In the controller. In the console. There are no magnets. It's all magic. In the console. Alright, do we have 100%? Yes! 100% baby! I'm gonna apply for my PhD using these perfect performances right here. Alright, How are you enjoying the insight quizzes? If you like, I can give you some very special insights. I feel like I should talk to her now. Oh, you let me share some insights with you? Perfect. You can actually use mouse controls on Nintendo Switch 2 home menu. Just go to the home menu and place the controller on a surface, and it'll... There's still so much to discover. Alright, let's test this out. Alright, we're home menu. And yeah, you do have a mouse on the home menu. Oh gosh, without the strap attached, this feels so wrong. I feel like I'm grinding the controller away. But yeah, you have a little mouse feature on the home. That's it. Also, for those who are curious about the Scarlet Violet, here I can show you my album because it's only. So I was playing around with it, right? I was trying to see how it functions. So the windmill works perfectly fine. I have a lot more recordings about this. Don't worry, this is just a sneak peek of sorts because I only have one screenshot for now. And then I try to jump the fence, and the game's not fixed. The game's not. It's not fixed. Anyways, we're going back to Welcome Tour. That's all you need to know. The game's not fixed. It functions a little better. A little better. I'll tell you that. It isn't Scarlet and Violet without game-breaking bugs. Absolutely. It gives it charm at this point, you know. I have seen someone post about the Sunflora challenge. I'm not that far in the game yet. I'm stuck on Katie, because Katie's beating me up like always. You can learn about Joy-Con 2 mouse sensors here. Yo, let's learn about the mouse. Alright, more insights. Let me take some sips of coffee. Refreshing. Not really. It's getting cold. I should remember to drink it. I made this an hour ago. Not just a mouse. When you're using mouse control, 14 pages. When you're using mouse controls, the Joy-Con 2 controller doesn't just act as a mouse. There's a host of other things it can do. For instance, a gyroscope and mouse can work together to determine which way and by how much you've turned something. This means you can use the mouse to grab and rotate objects in certain games. Also, you can work together with the HD Rumble. Oh, we're killing Splatoon right now. I don't like this. This lets you feel different kinds of rumble as you move the cursor around. And that's not all! Joy-Cons both have built-in mouse sensors. So two people can play together with mouse controls. Or you can control two mice at once, one in each hand. So you see, there's a lot of the mouse controls. Cool. I should have looked at the notes again, because those are on the quiz. It feels behind as the Switch was already passed, but at least it's in 4K 60. Yeah, it looks. I will say the graphical updates are nice. Like graphic-wise, it looks great. But it's too soon to judge otherwise. I mean, these are all cool features, but I've yet to say like, oh, they're necessary or they make it significantly a better gaming experience. But we'll see. You know, we gotta give them a couple years to cook up more games. It is bigger and it is a bit heavier, but it is still the Switch that we know and love. A mouse sensor, it's just got like a, it's like it went to college and got like a master's degree. Before it was Switch with just a bachelor's degree, now it's Switch with a master's degree. It's a bit better. A mouse sensor is located on each Joy-Con controller. This one is right here. The truth is, they're actually black and white cameras with a resolution of just a handful of pixels. That's fewer pixels than the Nintendo Switch IR Motion. Wait, there was a camera in there the whole time? You mean after owning the Switch for so many years? Just now I found out there was an infrared camera that could take a picture of my cat? What? It's even fewer than the old Game Boy camera. So how are these cameras used? They check the surface they're on and see the direction and distance they've moved. I like this. I like the minimalistic design, I will say. A lot of technologies these days, they're all like, oh, we've implemented the most cutting edge AI technology that burns 2 trees every time you use it. And then Nintendo's like, yeah, we just made a 10 by 10 pixel block to tell how far you've moved. I like this. I like this. And then it's translated into mouse movement. Fun fact. They can capture thousands of photos in a single second. This number may vary depending on the speed of movement. This allows the mouse to capture some very precise movements. Thousands of photos in the span of a second. This mouse sensors are black and white cameras with only a few pixels in size. Yeah. Yeah, I approve of this. Mice are typically designed to be used on desks and tables. Okay, this was our concern, right? We need a desk or table for this. wait. Is this how I'm supposed to play this? Is this the intended use case? Joy-Con 2 mouse controls, however, can also be used on other surfaces, such as your legs. Don't just tell me to put the Joy-Cons on. I'm sorry, gamers. I hate to break it to Nintendo. Wait, now I need to try this. All right, so here you can see my mouse moving on my computer, right? So I'm gonna put my mouse on my legs, so we can see how mouse movie it is on. I mean, it's responsive, right? It's moving, and then let's try this on the Switch. Let's see if my legs are a better hard surface for the Switch mouse movements. So we're gonna go back to the home menu, right? We're gonna go back to the home menu. So this is the mouse movements on the desk, and then this is the this is the mouse movements on my leg. Well, it actually feels a bit more smooth than the mouse movement on my computer while it's on my leg. So I guess if you are to use your leg as a mouse pad, the Joy-Con mouse is better than a normal mouse. If you were to use your leg as a mouse pad. Why would you do this? I don't know, but you can, I guess. You don't. There's clearly a couch and a couch handle they could use for the mouse movement in this picture, but they said use the leg. Wait, the wooloo is Team Rocket? I forget to change it. It's from the fundraiser streams I did for season 3. Okay, mouse responsiveness may vary. It is. I will say the sensor is actually feels smoother than the normal mouse on my legs. Maybe not on the desk. On the desk, not as much, but on my legs, yes. It's designed for leg tables. This means that you don't always have to be near a desk or a table surface. You'll be able to use the mouse even while sitting on the sofa. What about when I'm standing? What if I'm standing? Nintendo, please. What about my use case? My very niche use case. Right, I have an idea. I'm trying to lose weight a little bit, but what if I become a stomach gamer? It doesn't even register. It has to be horizontal. If it's vertical, it doesn't. Wait, what if I try it on the chair? Hold on, I'm gonna. It's at times like this where I wish I had the face reveal and my camera on so you guys could see the silly stuff I'm doing. Like rubbing my Joy-Con controller on the back of my chair in hopes of it moving. But it doesn't. It doesn't. It only works in horizontal mode. Yeah, it only I can use my. I can put it on my other arm, and move. I can use my arm as a mouse pad while standing, which means if you have a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Disc, it's the perfect mouse pad for gaming while standing. This is revolutionary. Nintendo, they've revolutionized. I wonder how many people even know what the heck a dual disc is now. I should show you a visual. I should. Hold on. One moment, gamers. Dual disc Yu-Gi-Oh. Alright, so if you wanna play the Nintendo Switch 2 while standing, while needing mouse controls, then you'll have to buy this item, which is sold separately. It's the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Disc. This makes for the perfect surface for your especially if you haven't used your dual disc in a while. This is perfect. Anyways, back to the quiz. I'm so not paying attention in class right now. Kaiba boy, it's time. You can play Yu-Gi-Oh! On a Nintendo Switch 2 using the mouse controls on your dual disc in real life. Insane. Nintendo, Konami, you need to make this collaboration. It needs to happen. Alright, the last. Joy-Con 2 can be used as a mouse. Okay, we learned this already. This allows you to play games that are designed to be played with a cursor. I will probably not be getting those games. I'll be honest. I don't know. I feel like if I want a mouse game, I'm just gonna get it on the PC. But I suppose some people, they can't have a like a nice gaming PC or a good gaming laptop, because I mean those do be expensive. So like, instead of spending, I don't know, $800 on a good PC, you spend $500 on the Switch 2. Yeah, you save $300. Now you can play your mouse games on the Switch as well, I suppose. Yeah, and like if you don't have a gaming laptop or anything like that, this is a good alternative. Of course, there's more to move than just the arrow. Actually, now that I think about it, a big reason why I didn't play Stardew Valley on the Switch is because it required a lot of mouse movements, and I had to use the sticks to do that, and it didn't feel comfortable. So maybe I'll try to get Stardew again on the Switch and just see if it flows a lot better. But then I need like one hand as a mouse and the other as controls, and I don't know how interchangeable that is. Something to consider. Like one hand controls buttons and the other one's a mouse. I don't know how that's gonna work. There's definitely some, but it's okay. This opens up new ways to play games compared to with the Nintendo Switch. By the way, you might find it easier to hold the Joy-Con to like this. Okay. I don't know how people are holding it otherwise. Alright, we've read everything, time to take the quiz. Well then, now that you're all up to speed, here's a quiz for you. Mouse Sensors Volume 1. I guess there is the other Joy-Con on the other side of the map. In what way can you play games using the Joy-Con 2 mouse controls? By using your voice, of course, by touching the screen directly with your finger, by nibbling on cheese. Man, these developers at Nintendo, they're seeing the future. They're connected by love, and you use mouse controls by eating cheese. Like that is peak The server should start up a Stardew Valley farm one day. That'd be fun. Joy-Con 2 don't just have to be used on desks and tables. Where else can they be used? In mid-air, underwater, on glass. Okay, so we know that on glass windows doesn't work because it's gonna be vertical when it's on a window. But if you have your glass window horizontal, it might actually work on this. But I know the intended answer is on your lap. Which numbered area on the Joy-Con 2 controller shown indicates the mouse sensor? This is a technical question. It's number 2. That's the little camera. That's a little camera. What does the gyroscope allow you to do with the Joy-Con 2 mouse controls? You can take fancy photos of the mouse and compete in art competitions. Wait, you're competing in art competitions with photos? You can battle mice against each other. No, this is Pokemon. You can locate nearby sandwich shops. Okay, whoever wrote these responses though, it's not worth the $10, but whoever wrote these responses, they had fun with this. And I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. It kind of makes me want to like see if I can download like... You can download the YouTube app, I believe. YouTube is in the store. So you can download YouTube and you can look up local sandwich shops. And it might give you... It might actually work. Even though some of these use cases are definitely rendered as like sillyisms, they're still doable to some degree. I guess that makes you a mouse sensor sensei. Yay. So now the question is, how do we leave? how do we get out of here? Sorry, you can't go through here yet. Come back after you've had a good look around area E. Because I feel like I did all the quizzes, right? Like the only thing we haven't done here is like mastered the games. Oh, this is an area we haven't done. What is this? If you've got time. Okay, so this isn't exactly a game per se, but give it a try. In this demo, you'll get to shake the Joy-Con 2 controllers as if they were a pair of maracas. Physics-based calculations are used to make the beads in the maracas behave like real beads. As the beads shake around inside the Joy-Con 2 controls rumble to stimulate that effect. Move the beads around inside the maracas and see for yourself what the HD Rumble 2 is capable of. Alright, let's try it out. Let's try it out. Time for Maraca physics. The exhibit requires shaking. Attach your straps. Okay. I'm gonna attach my straps. Let me strap on once again, gamers. This is like the 5th time I've had to attach these straps and detach them. Really testing how these mechanisms work. You know, it's games like these that make me think I should do a face review and set up a camera so I can show you like what physically this looks like. But for now, you just have to imagine, because I don't even know what cameras people use. Right? I will attach these to my hands. Just I will strap them onto my wrists just in case. I don't know how wild this maracas are gonna get, but you know, we're gonna safety this. Now, for those of you who have played Monster Hunter Wilds, when you do have the Joy-Cons strapped to your wrists, you kind of feel like the White Wraith. I forgot its name, Arkveld. You kind of feel like Arkveld right now. I feel like I could just sweep some stuff. It's also very hard to drink coffee from your cup when you have the straps on. But dang, does it taste good. Okay. Alright, it's Maraca time. What's our checklist? Shake the beads 20 times. Change appearance. Shake a rubber ball 20 times. Gently roll the beads. Okay. So I got my maracas. Shake the beads. Shaka, 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 shaka. I have maraca. I don't... The visuals confuse me more. I don't know what I'm supposed to be feeling right now, I'll be honest. Shaka shaka shaka. Shaka shaka. I'm laughing at myself, but I'm not noticing anything. I mean, like they're rumbling. I don't think you can hear the rumble, but alright, change appearance. Oh! Now I have rendered maracas. Maraca raca. Shaka shaka. Maraca raca. Shake a rubber ball 20 times? How do I make it a rubber ball? What? Oh, beads. I can change it. Rubber ball. Rubber ball. Okay, whoa. Whoa, hold on. So when it's beads, it doesn't feel like that amazing. Like when it's I've played percussion. I've used maracas before. It's similar enough to maracas, but not. You can tell this is just like a toy vibrating. But then when I switch it to rubber ball, what does the appearance look like for it? It doesn't. Like this, if you can feel the texture difference. Like this doesn't feel like much, but this actually feels like there's a rubber ball on the Joy-Con. Like if you told me they put a rubber ball in here, I would believe you. It kind of bounces a little bit too much at the end. But like, I'm impressed that they got like a different texture feeling. Okay, all right, that's enough maracas. We're done with the maracas. I am genuinely impressed by the feeling of rubber ball inside of my Joy-Cons. I guess you could say the Joy-Cons got balls. That's your ball guy joke for the day. And now I gotta remove these straps for the 20th time. And now they're stuck on my wrists. It was not that dangerous. I did not need to strap in. I think when they say you should strap in, this like, you know yourself. If you're a child or you're kind of clumsy and you accidentally drop your controllers, that's when you strap in. Otherwise, you just strap in for mouse mode. That's the only time you want to actually strap in. Alright. You shook those maracas like there's no tomorrow. Hopefully that gave you a good taste of the HD2 Rumble. Okay. Oh, so this whole time we could have just... Wait, no we can't. Did you get all the stamps? Sorry, looks like you're gonna need some more stamps. What are the stamps I'm missing? Oh, it's the L and R button. It's the buttons at the very top. Or I guess you guys know what I'm talking about. There's like 2 buttons at the very top of every Joy-Con. Those are what I'm missing. How do I get stamps for them though? Oh. How do I get stamps for the other one? Okay. Don't involve ball guy with your jokes, bro. I'm sorry. We did it. We got all the stamps. Now we can go to area B. Okay. Onwards to area... Oh, I can hold the B button to run. I don't have much of a desire to talk to the NPCs in this world. I just don't. Did you get all the stamps yet? You did. Then now you can go into the actual console. Alright gamers, we've beaten the first area. Area B up ahead can be a little slippery, so watch your step. Oh, it's the screen, isn't it? How slippery is the screen? Oh. Console area, look at how big that is. It feels bigger for sure. Alright, let's get these stamps, cause you already know they're gonna be like, oh, you need the stamps if you want to order them. Well, it took an hour because I'm yapping and I'm distracted. I think if you're like a normal person playing this, you probably would have finished this in half an hour. Realistically, you just need to grab the stamps to move on to the next area. So, you know, don't judge it by my playtime. It's probably a bit shorter than this. My hands continued to tremble as I handed the controls back. Okay. I'm just looking for the stamps at this point. Air intake. This feels like an airplane at this point. Air intake? Okay, let's talk to the blonde lady. What's she gotta say? Huh. It's facing downwards just a little. I don't like it. I don't like what she just said. I'm a little scared. Okay, there's probably something about the magnet, right? No? There's no magnet stamp? Weird. I'm just walking around the edges to like pick up the stamps because that's what stops you from going to the next area, it seems. Also, there is a microphone. The game card thing is also very strange. I'll show you guys in the quiz. I think it's just a bunch of quizzes, right? It's a bunch of quizzes on the edges and a bunch of mini games in the middle. Dude, this part of just going around and picking up the stamps, this feels kind of bland. Which is funny because this is what is required for you to actually go to the other areas and learn more about the Switch. It's just like this is what this part. I'm not even reading what these things are. So this is a little bit of a flop on their design with the stamps. But it is what it is, and we'll actually like go explore the actual stuff in a moment. Yeah, like I've done 0 actual activities to learn about my... Oh! Oh, I was not ready for this! I was not ready to be down here. But I guess there is an area down here. How do I get back up? There's nothing, it's just an empty area. Picking the stamps is kind of like you playing Pokemon. Yeah, it's just like, here's a grindy thing for you to do. So that we make sure you walk around and know what the parts are. Okay, let's actually do some quizzes though, because I do enjoy the quizzes and the mini games. Alright, demo. Nice, you already got 2 medals. Then consider this demo. Boom, open for business. Was the salmon run in consistent frame rates per second worth the price? I don't know yet. I haven't actually tried salmon run yet. I mentioned this earlier, but I'm just starting fresh on this. So like new account, new saves, no games except for, you know, Car Quest, this random Mario Kart game, and Pokemon because I'm recording another run. So I'm gonna start a new save on Splatoon on the Switch 2. So I'm gonna kind of find out like how it feels from scratch. So I'll probably let you know in like a couple weeks. Now you'll try out the HDR Rumble experience, won't you? Which stands for High Dynamic Range. It's a way of producing heaps of color and light. Explosions, nightscapes, all that good stuff should look nice and shiny on the screen. This particular HDR demo lets you experience fireworks. It should feel like they really pop. You can see just how much the fireworks change by toggling the HDR on and off. Also, this is gonna be like the RTX on and off meme, but HDR instead. I've been instructed to tell visitors that the brightness will depend on your TV HD cap. So if your TV sucks, blame it on the TV. Please switch to tabletop mode or handheld mode or connect to HDR. Are you telling me my TV sucks? They're telling me my TV sucks right now. You may need to adjust some settings on your TV. Alright, so one thing Nintendo Switch 2 will do is tell you that your TV sucks and you need to buy a better TV. Honest opinion, how's the Switch 2 so far? It's just the Switch 1 with a few extras. Alright, I'm gonna put it in handheld just so I can see it real quick. Which again makes me wish I had a camera. I'm sorry. This is the stream that's gonna make me do a face review. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe I don't want to do this demo. Maybe I don't want to do this demo. It's like, alright, you need the Joy-Cons to be separate. I mean, it's fireworks. It's fireworks. Then pause the fireworks, turn it on and off, pause it, on pause. Okay. Alright, we're leaving. You guys can't see this, so there's no point. There's no point in me just staring at a screen and you looking at blackness. Like that's not fun. That's not fun. So we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna go back. Alright. Come back for another round whenever you want. You don't have the Switch 2 camera? No, I don't have the Switch 2 camera, no. I did hear that you can like plug in your own camera. Yeah, we have a wooloo to look at, I guess. I guess, but I want to actually show you what I'm seeing, right? The camera is their selling point, but I don't want to do a face reveal. That's the thing. Okay, is it just me or is that ball glitching a lot? Okay, it's not glitching anymore, but why is it doing that? This is intentional. It's like rolling normal and then it does like skipping frames. This is so strange. Why would they do this? You can just tell us what's... It was just launching fireworks when you press the A button, and then you can toggle on and off HDR, but it didn't really do anything. In this minigame, you'll need to spot the difference between pairs of videos. The image shown on screen when you play a game changes rapidly. We call this the rate at which it changes. The frame rate, which is measured in frames per second. The higher the frame rate, the smoother the game will look. Nintendo Switch 2 can reach up to 120 FPS. Can you tell the smoothness of 120 FPS apart from other frame rates? I mean, that slowed down ball, I think that's intentional. The slowed down ball just looks like Scarlet and Violet on the Switch one. Right, oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Alright, we're not playing this. We're just not gonna play it. So like this whole area, it becomes, is your TV good enough? Or you gotta play this in handheld mode. I don't like this. Now I feel like I'm being nudged to buy a better TV. You can try the Super Mario Bros. Demo here? The 4K image on a Nintendo Switch 2 console right now is made up of lots of different pixels. Imagine the old NES or Famicom had far fewer pixels than this. If you try to display each pixel from back then with pixels on a modern 4K image, there's a massive difference. The game screen ends up looking super small. One look at World 1-1 from Super Mario Bros. Tells you all you really need to know. Ready? Watch it tell me your TV's... Nintendo! You can still run it on a normal TV. It doesn't need to be a 4K compatible TV. You can just be like, look, it looks better. Look, this is a small... Oh my gosh. So this is a game to teach people have no technical context whatsoever, I guess. This is looking bad to me. Like the fact that I can't do any of the demos on stream because my TV isn't like 4K compatible, because like I'm not about to waste like $2,000 on a big TV that like wants to connect to the internet and play me ads every like 2 minutes. Like Alright, we'll do quizzes instead. We can do quizzes. You can learn about Nintendo Switch 2 game cards here. You'll learn about the Nintendo Switch 2 console's red game cards, the game card slot, and some other stuff. This part I like. The demos, I'm starting to be a little disappointed with the demos at the moment. Okay, game card slot. Those TVs at Target are looking great, aren't they? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like you do need the compatible technology for it to like fully showcase, but like, just give me the 50% showcase. Like, I bought this game, I paid $10, now you're telling me I gotta spend another $2,000 so I can enjoy the full game on my TV? Like, come on, come on. Nintendo Switch 2 console has a game card slot, but it doesn't look like... But it doesn't just take red Nintendo Switch 2 game cards. Okay, so yeah, basically the main difference is they made it red. So what does this mean? It means that in addition to being able to play games that are exclusive to Switch 2, you can play old games too. Now, certain games may not be supported. There's a list, like there's 2% of the games that are not supported yet, and most of them are games you've never heard of, so it doesn't matter. More than different colors. There are two different colors of a game card. Nintendo Switch ones are black, while Nintendo Switch 2 game cards are red. Other than the colors, they look practically the same in terms of size and shape. But there's actually one more difference. The Nintendo Switch 2 game card has a distinct... There's literally one little notch. Distinct shape. When a game card is inserted into the game card slot, Nintendo Switch 2 console checks to see if the game has this shape. That is very smart. This is how it tells the difference between the Switch 2 game cards and the normal game cards. It changes the way it reads the data based on this. Okay. I mean, they're very creative with the design on this. I will give them that. Like, in terms of like innovation and actual design, I think they did a pretty good job. But then what really matters is like the actual gameplay experience, right? Like we can appreciate all the cool things they did, which is what I'm doing right now, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this too. But at the end of the day, what really matters is how do the games feel to play, and we've yet to be able to really see that, because realistically it's just Mario Kart World. That's the only new game we have at the moment, and it just feels like Mario Kart. If you take a peek inside the Nintendo Switch 2 game card, it looks nicer, I will say that. Oh, the difference is that the Switch cartridge is licorice flavored, while the Switch 2 cartridge is strawberry flavored. Oh, I need to try them. Well, technically there is black licorice and red licorice, so it might just be a different type of licorice, you know? If you take a peek inside the Switch 2 game card, you'll see it's quite different from the original. Its data can be read in a different way. So this is the real improvement, which is the speed of the reading. Assuming a buffer size of 4 megabytes, the read speed is about 5 times faster than that of which is a huge improvement, which is why you see much better performance in the games and load times and all that type of stuff. However, some games may be doing more in the background than just loading, so it's not guaranteed to load around 5 times faster. Also, Nintendo Switch 2 game cards have a higher total capacity, so the contents of these game cards are really quite different. I like how they didn't tell us how much higher the capacity is. I believe that's like the storage size, so it's like some can store 10 gigabytes, and I'm assuming the new ones can probably store like 20 or 30 or something like that. You've read all the insides, so it's time to take the quiz. Okay, quiz time. Quiz time, gamers. Let's see what silly answers they give us. Question number 1. What do Nintendo Switch 2 game cards have more of? Weight, pins, labels, capacity. Actually, I don't have a Nintendo Switch 2 game card to compare this to at the moment, because my Mario Kart is digital. I bought the bundle so I can save like $30. What's the purpose of the Switch 2 game's distinct shape? It makes it harder to lose, prevents buildup of heat, makes them lighter. I mean, this is technically true. Technically true, because there is less stuff. Console uses it to determine type of game card. Question number 3. Which kind of game card can be inserted into the console? Both. Hello, Bubbles. Welcome, welcome. Perfect score. I can't believe it. You got all those questions right. You must be a genius. Thank you. I'm finally glad that someone has recognized my genius. I am so glad. Okay. Learn about the console's microphone here. You learn about things like noise reduction, voice level balancing, and more. Alright, let's see. Let's learn about them. This is the most note cards I've seen so far. Balancing voice levels. The console's chip is designed to make voices easier for you to hear. And if some people are quieter than others in game chat, it might make it difficult to pick out. The chip automatically makes it so that each voice can be heard at roughly the same volume. Okay, this is nice. Of course, some people are naturally going to sound louder than others. I wonder who. I'm naturally quieter. But even more importantly, voice volumes differs depending on the mode. In handheld mode, the console will be close to you, delivering sound straight into the microphone. In TV mode, however, the dock can be relatively far away, which means the mic may have trouble picking up sound. That is true. See, and this is like the smart design stuff that I'm like, yes, this is cool. I've been watching your gym leader playthroughs. Oh, thank you. I wonder who would even scream into a mic. Yeah, I wonder. Whenever someone's up close in handheld mode or sitting on the sofa far from the TV in TV mode, you'll be able to hear people's voices at about the same volume. On top of that, even if there's several people in front of the TV all talking loudly, the chip takes account of their individual voices. Alright, this is AI stuff right here. They use AI for this. This is what AI is actually used for, or rather machine learning. It like picks out, hey, there's different voices and we can like balance out their volumes. So this is good use of AI, I would say. Which is why we don't call it AI, it's just technology. It is funny, if the artificial intelligence stuff is bad, we call it AI, but if it's doing what it's supposed to be doing and actually helpful, we just call it technology, and it's hilarious. The console's chip is designed to make voices easier for you to hear. One way it does this is by removing game sounds. This is purely for reference. Picks up from the TV or from other console speakers. I was mesmerized by the sound it was making. If it didn't do this, it would be harder to hear what's being said at game chat as people talk back and forth. Alright, that's sounding very... It can get noisy with all the overlapping sounds. The noise that gets re-amplified like this is called feedback. The chip does its best to remove these game sounds and prevent feedback. Although realistically, there can be all sorts of sound coming out of the TV. These sounds can vary depending on the TV and the specific setup in your home, so removing them can be difficult. For that reason, game sounds are also sent to the chip. The chip selectively removes... See, like, this is like smart design right here. This is like someone big-brained this. And I love it. Chip removes sounds coming from speakers to avoid feedback. There's like some tech nerd, like, master, has like a PhD in like engineering. This is what they're doing. The console chip is designed to make voices easier for you to hear. One way it does this is by reducing unwanted background noise, such as the sound of a vacuum cleaner. But that's not all. Nintendo Switch 2 microphone also picks up sounds from the console itself. For example, can't hear its own heartbeat. It picks up the sound of the Nintendo Switch air vent. That's basically the heartbeat of the Nintendo Switch, you know? The air vent is positioned right next to the microphone, so it ends up being that much louder than a person's voice. Yo. They want you to buy a new TV so badly, I know, right? With the chip, this loud noise is completely erased. Aw, that's nice. Also, it even removes the snapping noise that you hear when you attach the Joy-Con 2 controllers to the main body. Yes, it does make a snapping sound. I think you guys have heard it, but there, that is literally this. I'm not even trying to be loud about it. It's just that is the sound it makes. That is how loud it is when you attach it back. It's been designed to reduce as much external noise as possible so that others can hear you. Okay, so they're trying to make it so that the mic doesn't sound miserable when you're on the Discord. The console chip is designed to make voices... Okay, this is the 5th time they've said this. One way it does this is by reducing the noise around you. This is called noise reduction. Uses a form of noise reduction that's been customized for playing games. This noise reduction function doesn't just focus on spoken words, it's also designed to preserve mood and emotions. Take the sound of clapping. If you just wanted to convey words, I'm sorry. I just did the most spazzed out sporadic clapping ever. This sounds would be treated as noise and reduced. We've balanced it so that the clapping doesn't go away, letting you immerse in vibrant positive atmosphere. It's a form of noise reduction designed for playing games. Again, they had use cases, this is smart. I like this. I approve. The microphone and chip. As built-in microphone designed to improve game chat experience. Aside from the microphone, console also contains a chip which makes people's voices easier to hear. This is handy when you want to chat and play. So this panel was so unrequired. Okay, let's take this quiz. I think they gave me too much redundant information in this one. I'm also concerned because that's quiz 1, so it tells me there's a part 2 to this somewhere. Question number 1. Which component designed for game chat is built into the Nintendo Switch Lite? A tiny conversation partner. A camera. It's a microphone. It's literally the microphone. Okay. Nintendo Switch 2 console built-in chip removes noise to make voices easier for you to hear, but one type of sound it does not remove to provide more enjoying experience is the food blender noise. Hold up, guys. I gotta make a smoothie. Removes clapping. I mean, it does not remove clapping, so you can still hear claps, but you can't remove. The chips that's designed to make voices easier for you to hear removes a buzzing noise from the Nintendo Switch 2 console. Where does this noise come from? Angry bees, an engine. If your battery is making this noise, you need to run because it's about to blow up. As we all know, the Nintendo Switch 2 actually runs on angry bees. That's very sustainable. It's good for the environment. Has a short lifespan though, so you know you're gonna have to buy a new one in a couple of years. This is the fan. It's gotta be the bees, right? The chip in the Nintendo Switch 2 console is designed to make voices easier for you to hear. Remove sounds from the speakers to avoid which. I don't want to hear this though. Callback, playback, feedback, payback. This is a Pokemon attack. It's feedback. I just want to answer this and get rid of this question. Ooh, there's more questions? The chip in the Nintendo Switch 2 console is designed to make voices easier for you to hear, balances out which aspect of people talking. The size of their mouth, the volume of their voices, the pitch of their voice. I believe it's the volume of their voices, right? I didn't say anything about pitch, it's just volume. Done. I don't know if I got a perfect on this one. I'm not retaking it. Okay, perfect score. Masterful, flawless victory. I think you might know more about microphones than I do. Heck yeah! Microphone master games, they call me. Okay, so like there's like nothing for me to do in the middle. Oh. What is this? I need 7 gold medals to do it though. But I don't think I will because I don't have the gold medals for it. What is this? You can learn more about the console speakers here. You discover how they make sounds and their inner workings and more. Alright, let's learn about speakers, gamers. We love speakers. We love it when they only give me 3 panels as well, so it's not redundant information. The speakers are parts that turn sound data into sound. But when that sound enters your ears, for various reasons, it doesn't sound exactly like the original data. On the Nintendo Switch 2 console, in order to make the sound close to the original data, we edit the sound that's played through the speakers. We recorded and analyzed the sounds of the speakers. They had fun with this. This is for engineers, this is like the fun part. This is amazing. I like how the challenging, there's like 2 think emotes, right? There's like 2 thunks. They're like, oh, oh. I haven't enabled the zoom in feature, but I hope you guys see it. And calculated how to edit the sound in advance. Nintendo Switch has a faster computer. As such, it is able to process sounds in high quality. By the way, the Nintendo Switch 2 speakers are designed to fit as tightly as possible inside the console. Because of this, they actually slope diagonally downwards a little. Interesting. But by editing the sound, we managed to make it sound as if the speakers are facing forwards. The engineers, man. The engineers at Nintendo. They were having fun designing this thing. If you look at the box containing the Switch 2 speaker parts, you see there are spongy cushions attached to the top and bottom. They firmly sandwich the box. Because of this, other parts won't shake around along with the box. If the other parts ended up shaking, the sound would get muddled and wouldn't come out as intended. Okay. Tightly sealed box. Nintendo Switch 2 speakers parts haven't actually changed. They're the same speaker parts that were used in the OLED model, but they function a little better on the Switch 2 console. They produce better sounds. This is because the speaker parts are placed in a box. To make sure all sides of the box are tightly sealed except for the front. If there's a gap where the sound can leak out, it may cancel out the sound from the front, or it may come out muffled. The sound may be distorted and not come out as intended. Even though the console uses the same speaker parts as before, the gaps around them make the sound more accurate. Cool. So they use the same speakers, they just made the casing for the speakers a bit better. Insights quiz. I need more coffee. I need more coffee, gamers. I feel like I'm in school with this, but I like it. I kind of miss school now. What is it about the box that houses the speakers inside of the Switch that helps it produce sounds as accurate? It's filled with water. It's made out of rubber. It's punched with tiny holes. It's tightly sealed. Clearly there's water in there. The box that houses the speakers is sandwiched by which objects? Clothespins, thin slices of bread. I mean, we have angry bees and thin slices of bread. This is peak engineering here. This is peak engineering. In which direction do the speakers inside of the Nintendo Switch 2 console point? Straight down, diagonally downward, or backwards? I think they said diagonal. And then they sound like they're straight, but they're actually diagonal. Okay. You're like a pro speaker at this point. Did you just call me a pro speaker? Are you enjoying the insights quizzes? It looks like you've taken quite a few. If you'd like, I can share another insight with you. Alright, give me more fun facts. You can change the mouse sensitivity in the system setting. The level of sensitivity will be reflected in the welcome tour, so feel free to customize the cursor. Alright. I'm good. What I'm really not good on... Oh, we have more quizzes to take. You can learn about the console screen. Alright, let's learn about the screen that I can't show you guys on stream because my TV sucks. I think I'm gonna go left to right this time because it seems like the basic ones are on the left. Oh, come back again. If you could zoom in really close on the Switch 2 screen, you see it's made up of lots of little dots, and these dots are called pixels. There's 1920 horizontal and 1080 vertical. It's called 1920 by 1080p. Also known as HD. That's 2.25 times the resolution of the Switch console. In fact, this is the highest resolution ever used on a Nintendo console. Congratulations. As for the size of the pixels, they're the smallest of any Nintendo console to date. Having the most pixels and the smallest pixels provides a crisper, more detailed screen. Cool. Bright light. Haven't watched you in 2 years. Oh, you got a lot of content to catch up on then. You got season 2. Can produce some very bright light. They could also say this screen, hope you've been well as well. HDR here stands for high dynamic range. Nintendo Switch console has approximately 16 million different types of light and color. Meanwhile, Nintendo Switch 2 console can use hundreds of millions of different lights and colors. In the games that support HDR, it's now possible to display bright, intense light. The screen you're looking at right now is a simple image that doesn't use HDR. If we were to enable HDR, I like how it's just Link blowing up a Talus that's scary. If we were to enable HDR, it would look like this. So it's just more brightness, I guess. Like, it makes the brighter parts brighter, is what the HDR seems to be doing. Yeah, like it allows for more glow. It looks nicer, for sure. More saturated. But don't worry, we took care to not make it too bright. Thank you. Thank you, Nintendo team. Smooth movement. Smooth. Console screen can change images at high speeds, up to 120 times per second, in fact. So we call it, so we can say that the screen is 120 HZ compatible. I like how they don't explain what HZ is, they just put it in there. It hurts. The fastest picture changes, the smoother the movement will appear. Nintendo Switch console screen images up to 60 times per second. So a rate of 120 times per second will mean the movement looks twice as smooth. The image shown is just an example for the games that support 120, yeah, so it looks a lot smoother. Mouse movements will appear smoother too. Using the right stick to look around will feel smoother, and scrolling the screen will look smoother. That's not the only benefit of playing through 120 Hz. The world appears to you 1/120th of a second faster, which could give you an advantage during very intense gameplay. Is this gonna be an issue for Splatoon 4? I wonder. Like if you have a sucky TV that doesn't display 120 Hz, are you screwed? Less choppy. This is pretty interesting to listen to. I can listen to this while I'm sleeping and still get information. Aw, thank you. They do be smooth, yeah. Here's another thing about the Switch 2 screen. It can make games feel less choppy. You could say that the screen is VRR compatible. VRR is short for variable refresh rate. When you're playing a game and a lot of characters appear on screen. Oh gosh. Ugh, this looks like it bricked itself and now it's dead. I'm hearing pay to win coming. I'm kind of concerned about it. You have to go to the bus stop, but you're still watching. Thank you, Brayden. I hope you've been well as well. The frame rate can become very choppy, that is true. Here's what's happening. It takes a little longer than normal to draw each picture. Because of this, the pictures aren't ready in time for when they're meant to be updated on the screen. So if the image has been changing 60 times every second, even a slight delay would skew the timing. Suddenly, the pictures would update at half the rate, only 30 times per second. You can see why the game might feel choppy. This is literally Scarlet and Violet right here. Literally just Scarlet and Violet. So in games that support VRR, the update rate can be changed on the fly to match the image completion rate. If it takes a little longer to draw the image, the updated rate can be changed to 55 times per second. This is better than suddenly dropping to half the rate, so it's less likely to feel choppy. This all means that some players find VRR compatible games more comfortable to play. Cool. So use VRR to reduce the chop. Touchscreen. Nintendo Switch 2 console screen does more than just display images. It is also a touchscreen that you can use with your fingers. It's designed to recognize where you touch the screen. When you're touching the screen with 2 fingers, it can tell if your fingers are close together or further apart. This might be familiar already, but there's a little more to this. Nintendo Switch 2 console touchscreen can tell the position of up to 10 fingers at the same time. So for people who like to play those like sound games, I forget what they're called. You guys know what I'm talking, like the Hatsune Miku games or like the beat games. This is for you. They're gonna have some sort of game like this, and you're gonna be eating good. Yeah, rhythm games. Has your model not changed? I can't tell the difference from before. It has not changed. I'm very slow to make changes to my design stuff. I should, but at the same time, I'm more concerned about making videos than like branding, which is hurting me in the long run. But you know, whatever. I don't care. I do care, but I don't care that much. I don't care enough. So they just made this screen very slippery. What a better way to commemorate your learning by taking a quiz. One day I will redraw your model. One day, Spuddy, one day. Question number 1. Nintendo Switch 2 console screen is made up of lots of tiny bits. What are they called? Capsules, axles, pickles. The sound system is, there's angry bees, there's bread supporting the sound system, and now we have pickles on our screen. Lots of tiny little pickles. It's very organic. They're pixels. Question number 2. What can the Nintendo Switch 2 console screen display by enabling HDR? A 3D image? Pixel art? Wait, actually I don't know what the answer to this one is. It smoother movement or brighter light? I forgot which one it is. I know one of them is smoother. I think this is bright light. I think this was like the Link explosion. Because there was the verb was for smooth movement, right? Finally a hard question, right? I've been yapping too much. What's the maximum number of times the Switch 2 console screen can change from one picture to another? 120. Question number 4. Which feature? Yeah, so this is the one. I like how they just VAR, VTR, or VIP. Of course, it's the VIP feature that makes things less choppy. We have the VIPs. Is the VAR. Question number 5. How many points can be tracked on a Nintendo Switch 2 screen at the same time? 1 finger, 2 finger, 5 finger, or 10 finger? This is made for humans. 10 fingers. Perfect score! Let's go! I still got it. This was as smooth as a smooth can be. Clearly taking all the lessons about the console screen. Okay, so the ball game we can't really play. We're missing like 2 stamps somewhere. Because I'm ready to go to the next area. It feels like there should be a stamp here, but there isn't. I know there's like the strange elevator we can take. That's gonna give me a stamp. But then I'm still missing a stamp. For the next console, it'll be 20, so you can play with your toes too. Yeah. They'll optimize it for the toe gamers. Okay, so we're missing 1. Oh, we have a quiz we haven't done as well. And we found the lost book. So there's 1 more quiz to do, and then there's like 1 random stamp somewhere. They should let you just go to the next area if you have like 1 stamp missing, because this is a little bit. Not gonna lie, gamers, it feels a little annoying when they do this. And like, you're missing 1 stamp, so we can't let you explore the next area because you haven't found this 1 random thing hidden somewhere. You learn about the particulars of the stand, which is such as why it's U-shaped. All right, stand insights. You only have to. Wait, there's only 1 thing on the stand? There's a stand on the back of the console. You can use it to prop up the console. The angle of the console sits can be adjusted freely. Standing from a fully closed position, the stand opens up to 150 degrees. That is very obtuse. You can fix it in place at any point within this range. Nintendo Switch 2 console stand has a different shape than the OLED model. Yeah, I really like the OLED model stand. I really liked it, so I'm kind of curious how this one's gonna feel. If I shared the stream to my friends, they would think I'm a woman based on this model. Dang it. It's alright, they can think what they want. I'm Mando. For Nintendo Switch 2, we've made it U-shaped and left more space in the middle. This allows us to make the fan and battery bigger and add new antennas. As a result, the console is now able to perform more calculations. One more thing about this stand. It's made of aluminum alloy, which is very light and robust. It's about as light and robust as the material known as extra super duralumin, which is used in airplanes and spacecraft. Yo, they used airplane parts on my Switch? Duraludon evolution confirmed? Have you read everything? It's time to take the quiz. This is gonna be a 2-question quiz? It is a 2-question quiz. Would you have one of your Splatoon personas? Or your persona? See, that's the part I don't know. That's why I haven't done the rebrand. I don't know what it'd be. I kind of want it to be me so people can associate it more with me rather than an inkling, but then I don't know what I am. I don't know myself well enough to do this. What is the shape of the console stand? Long and regular, wide and rectangular, V-shaped, U-shaped. U. It's shaped like U. The aluminum alloy used in a Nintendo Switch 2 console stand is roughly as light and robust as which other material? Benjamin. Duralium. Super Duralium. Extra Super Duralium. I feel like it was the extra, just Benjamin. I think it was the extra super one, right? Yay, we got the perfect score. Okay. So what are we missing? We're missing a single stamp somewhere. And if I were to venture a guess, I'd say it's in the middle. But I don't see a stamp here. It is here! Oh! My gamer senses! We did it! We found all the stamps, we can leave! So this area was like, this whole time it was like, your TV sucks, so you can't play any of the mini games. It's interesting though that the next area you open up is about the Joy-Con. Oh, let's look at the map. I just want to look at the map. I don't want to fast travel. Okay, well. It won't let me look at the full map, but that's okay. We've made it to Area C, and my neighbors have made it to mowing their lawn. As you can hear. This is the one downside of living in suburbs America. Is all the lawnmower sounds. And if you feel like revisiting any location you've been to before, you can open the map and press A. It's pretty handy, so be sure to take advantage of it. Okay, so we've unlocked Joy-Con Area 2. Where we're gonna learn more about the Joy-Con, I suppose. Let's get these stamps ready. It kind of makes me wonder how many areas there are. Well, there's glasses down there. Probably not gonna get mine until next week. Yeah, I know a lot of people, it's taking them a while to get the deliveries, which is okay. I mean, the only thing you're missing out on is the Mario Kart game for like a few days, but don't overexert yourself. Oh, you can only carry one item at a time. Ah, dang it. We're just not gonna deliver this then. Alright, we're gonna get all the stamps. You haven't ordered it yet. Funny enough, I went to pick mine up from Best Buy yesterday, and they had like a solid like 30 to 40 consoles just for people to walk in and buy. So even if you didn't pre-order, there were a bunch that were just available. Okay, check. There's probably still many left in stores, so you can just walk in and buy it. Like, you don't have to pre-order or anything like that. A pre-order is just a fun way to like make sure you do get it, but not necessary. I feel like I'm missing a lot of stamps here, but let's check out some mini games, because we've skipped the other mini games because they were like your TV sucks. Let's see what these are. You need 1 medal to play this game. Looks like you got it. Then let's get this thing opened up. Here's a guess the angle, including hints. I don't want to get spoiled on Rainbow Road. I've heard it's amazing. I have not seen it yet either. I should have just bought it at the store pickup. Oh, the Nintendo one's taking you forever. I made sure to get one by getting the Target at midnight. Yeah. Nintendo Switch 2 console stand can be freely set within a range of angles, so we made the minigame to test how precisely you can measure those angles. First, you set the stand to an angle shown on screen, and then you get to find out just how accurate you were with your measurement. Okay. Use the system. Nope. Nah, fine. I'll do it once. I'll do it once because I'm curious. So this is just how well I can use a protractor, I suppose. And I just have to narrate it, I guess. It's called Guess the Angle. And then it's all touchscreen based. And then it's prop the console up on a stand. Okay. I'm not propping it up. Adjust the angle of the stand. So it's telling me adjust it to 90 degrees. No, 55. Okay. And then I push ready. It says keep it still. I'm keeping it still. Alright, let's see how good I was at this, gamers. I did it once. So it can measure the angle of your stand. It's not showing it. It tells you to adjust the stand, but it can tell what angle it's at, which is strange. Okay, can this please be something I can play while docked? Oh, looks like you got at least 4 medals. Speed maze. Come on, let me play this dock. Please let me play this dock. Please. 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 Come on. Speed maze, long walls. Wait, is this a... Yes! Finally, a mini game I can show you. It's been 2 hours and so many of them have been like, just undock your Switch. And it's like, but what if I'm streaming this? Too bad! Nobody gets to see! Okay. So, speed maze. Hurry to the goal without touching the sides. I should use my legs for this. I should see how good my legs are. Okay. Alright, we're gonna do this one more time, but I'm gonna use my leg instead of my desk because they told me I can use my leg. Try again. Alright, now I'm a leg gamer. Cause oh no, I don't have a desk, so I have to play this on my It's a it's a lot clunkier on the leg, I'll say that. It's cause my pants are folded a little bit, so it yoinks me. No. Okay, so it's hard to play this on your pants, on your lap, I suppose. It's not optimized for pants. So do you know? I do have a table, but earlier on they were like, oh, this is, if you don't have a table, it's okay. You can just use your lap. I mean, I guess you can. It just doesn't it doesn't function all that well. All right, what is this quiz? HD Rumble 2. Here you can learn more about the history with controller Rumble. All right, let's learn more. There's a lot to learn. Nintendo and Rumble 1. Is that a Team Rocket logo in the background? And the wooloo, yeah. And I used it during my fundraiser stream for the season 3 stuff, so that'll be out soonish. And by soon I mean probably in a month. I'm trying to I'm gonna go to Europe in about 2 weeks, so I'm trying to pre-record everything. Oh, the R in the game. Whoops. I don't know that I wasn't looking. But yeah. Feels like a Cisco digital lecture, right? 19s? Alright, gamers, it's time for history class. In 1979, Nintendo 64 Rumble Pack. 2001, Nintendo GameCube controller. 2006, Wii Remote for the Wii. 2012, Wii U Gamepad for the Wii U. 2017, Joy-Con for Nintendo Switch. 2018, Pokeball Plus for Nintendo Switch. We've been adding Rumble to controllers and accessories for a long time in order to enhance your gaming experience. Okay. Cool. Rumble with sound. I mean, I'm gonna go stay with my grandparents. It's too hot in Georgia. I can't sleep. And also, food there is a lot cheaper. So even though the ticket to fly there is expensive, I end up saving money by going there for a few months. Also, I get to spend time with my grandparents, so it's a win-win. I also like getting a different perspective, because a lot of times you get used to where you live, and you're just this is just life. And then I go to a different country, Bulgaria. I go to a different country for 2-3 months, and it's no, the world is a much bigger place. This is not how life is. It's just how life is in this location. And this is why people here think certain ways and certain things, and it makes it, I don't know, I like the perspectives. I like having different perspectives. Nintendo Switch 2 System's HD Rumble 2 can do more than create vibrations. It can also create sounds. This is possible because speakers and the HD Rumble feature operate in similar ways. Speakers produce sounds by vibrating. HD Rumble produce sounds by vibrating a weight, which causes the Joy-Con 2 to vibrate. So it can make sounds too. But the volume and clarity have been improved here. Okay. That's nice. His sounds is all vibrations, yeah. Oh, you're going to Disney today, nice. We're going to ask you for the dates at the end. We should have put that down on paper. Yeah, I'm so cooked if they ask me for dates. One aspect of the Nintendo Switch 2 system features is that they're very responsive. As soon as the game sends out a signal, The highest intensity of rumble can be reached in an instant. This response time is much quicker than with a motor, which creates rumble by spinning a weight. It's also several times faster. Receiving quick feedback from the rumble feature like this can feel pretty satisfying. Various vibrations. It is pretty versatile. It can produce various vibration patterns. The number of vibrations per second can be adjusted in a short amount of time, so the patterns can be complex. Nintendo Switch 2 system's HD Rumble was limited in the vibrations it could handle, but with the Rumble 2, all sorts of vibrations are possible. It can also reproduce realistic sensations. I was very impressed with the Maracas game because of the rubber ball. It did feel like there was an actual rubber ball in there. So this is factually correct. Alright, quiz time, gamers. Let's see if we can pass the quiz. 4 questions. HD Rumble 2, Volume 2. Which of the following has been newly introduced with the HD Rumble 2 feature? Glow synced to the Rumble? Ultrasonic vibrations? Alright, they were not very funny with this set of answers. Out of the HD Rumble and HD Rumble 2, which is more responsive? The 2 is more responsive. Question number 3. The HD Rumble produces sounds by shaking what exactly? A soft plate, a Joy-Con 2 controller, the hand of the person... Sorry. Oof. The very foundations of our understanding. That's the kind of answers I'm looking for. It's the controllers. You shake the controllers. Since when has Nintendo been making controllers out of Rumble? This is a trick question because they didn't show us the SNES. That one didn't have Rumble. It's the 64 that had the first Rumble. They were gonna ask us for the dates. Those tricksters. But we know, 1991, there was no Rumble. There was none of you, probably. There was none of me. I wasn't born until 1993. There was no Rumble before me. I am older than Rumble. Unsuccessful! No! I missed a question? I'll mark the specific inside question you got wrong. Oh no, what did I miss? I failed, gamers. Wait, this is the question I missed? Oh, it's because they asked since when. I thought which one wasn't. No, I played myself. I answered it correctly, but I answered the wrong question. I was supposed to answer 97. Dang it. Now I gotta do this. Wait, no, go back. I button mashed. Answered the question. And this is how you fail tests. This is how you fail your exams, gamers. You button mash and you answer the wrong question. Question speedrun. Yeah, very complex vibration. HD Rumble 2. The foundations of our knowledge. No, actually, Joy-Con controllers. Okay, since when have they been adding Rumble? Which one of these was the first to include Rumble? That is the question. It's not which one of these had no Rumble. It's which one was the first to have Rumble, which is 1997. I got bamboozled. I can't believe it. I can't believe I failed this quiz the first time around. I have a master's degree, by the way. I'm gonna be applying for PhDs later this year. I hope they don't watch this stream and disqualify me. Just be like, you know, sir, you seem to fail this simple question on your live stream. We don't think you're qualified for a PhD anymore. Alright, what is this demo? I know you're thinking, this isn't a game, it's a tech demo. Wait, now I need to talk to him again. Hold on. We're gonna back out of this. I want to talk to him again. Hold on. He's right. Oh, I missed all the dialogue options because I button mashed. No, I turned the game. I wanted to take a screenshot. I turned the switch off instead. Wait, can I still take the screenshot? Hold on. Hold on. No. No. Okay. Wait. Wait. No. No. Just go. No. We're gonna have to rewind the screen. We're gonna have to rewind the stream, gamers. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to rewind the stream. Hold on. I wanna read the dialogue. This is what happens when you bun mash. This is okay. So we're gonna slowly talk to the guy. I know what you're thinking. This isn't a game. It's a tech demo. That is what we're thinking. That is what we're all thinking. And you're right. But give it a try. You get to hear the sounds the Joy-Con 2 controllers could make. Oh gosh. But it's more than vibrations. Oh no. This is creates rumble. But it's more than vibrations, it actually makes its own sounds. Even without your speakers, you might want to lower your system volume or mute your TV if you want to give it a shot. Okay. Alright. Thank you. I'm so glad I'm streaming this because it's very missable. Okay, let's do the mini game now. Should have turned off the console. Listen, I'm not good under pressure. I'm not good under pressure. Okay. So here we have this. Experience the rumble sound. The Nintendo Switch. I'm putting this very close to the mic, by the way, which is also why I sound closer, because I'm also closer to the mic. You experienced firsthand how these vibrations turn into sound. Please mute the TV. Alright. Rumble. That's some pretty strong rumble, right? Well, how about it gets even stronger? I don't know if the mic is picking any of this up. Now the rumble is going to get a bit more bit by bit. You notice this is much less intense now. It does. Whoa! How was that? It sounded like an actual sound. It did sound like an actual sound. The sound should be getting clearer now. Oh, this sounds familiar. It is. It's the coin sound. Yeah, it's the Mario sound. Congratulations. This is wild. And they're doing this without an actual speaker. How was it? HD can produce a great range of rumble. Go ahead and experiment with the sounds. When you're done playing, don't forget to set the volume back to how it was. Wait, how do I... Okay, I don't know how much of that was audible, but it is cool that like they don't actually have a speaker in the Joy-Cons, but the Joy-Cons can actually make sounds, which is again like a feat of engineering right there. That is wild. Like this is cool. It's cool technology. I'll give them that. Like the tech itself is really cool. But like I'm curious how this is gonna play out in games. Like like when I throw a Pokeball in Pokemon, like ZA, is this gonna make a sound? Like the Pokeball sound on my Joy-Cons? Because that's wild if it does that. Alright, let's collect all these stamps real quick because there's a bunch of stamps we gotta pick up here. Not ZA, but maybe Gen 10. I don't know. Maybe they will in ZA, though, because they are going to have the Switch 2 version. Although, you're right. It might just be like a graphics update. It might just be like, oh, look, it looks nicer. It just looks nicer. There's the release button. This way... This was implemented all the way back in Kirby Star Allies? What was? The rumble sound? did have the Kirby dance in HD Rumble. That's wild. If you'd like to learn a little something about the mouse sensor, you've come to the right place. Here, learn more about how the lenses are customized, Nintendo's mice of the past, and a few more interesting little factoids. I love learning. Come on, give me more. Oh, that's a lot of learning. Invisible light. The mouse sensor doesn't have just a camera. It also has a light. This invisible light, known as infrared light, is able to illuminate surfaces such as a table and your lap. Wait, does it? It's so tiny, you can't even see it. It's like in there. Alright, so it's not even a visible little lamp, but it makes sense. Fun fact about this invisible light, it may become visible when viewed through smartphone. Ah, come on, Nintendo. Are you seriously? Alright, I'm gonna look through this. With my... Come on. Is it? It's not showing up on my iPhone camera. Whoa! This is wild. It is showing up on the cell phone camera, but not in my actual... Okay. Alright. I'm impressed. Normally, a mouse's camera focuses so it can clearly reflect the immediate area. However, this is not the case for the Joy-Con 2. This is because the height of the Joy-Con 2 changes slightly depending on if the strap is attached or not. This is enough to blur the focus, preventing the camera from capturing the surface clearly. So in order to focus with or without the strap, it includes a custom lens. Nice. Small sheets. Huh? Oh, it's the little pads at the edge. This game is just I don't think it's them guessing about their work, it's them gloating. They're like, look at all the R&D we did, look at all the cool stuff. This should have been free though. I swear this should have been free. I can tell that they definitely put a lot of effort, and this is like technical speak. But yeah, they are gushing about it, that is very true. And I appreciate it, I definitely appreciate all the design. These small sheets are called mouse feet. These mouse feet make the Joy-Con 2 easier to slide around. Oh. I mean, I guess, but like, it doesn't feel natural to slide it around on a table. I hate to be the naysayer here, but they could have done a little bit of a better job on these. It's okay though. Suddenly, it's a mouse! Joy-Con 2 controller can function like a mouse when you stand it on a surface such as a desk. This is true, it only works if it's horizontal though. If it's vertical, it's not a mouse. It reverts back to typical controller when you pick it up. You can experience this in games that support mouse controls. The console analyzes the data from the mouse sensors and accelerometers and uses to check whether the Joy-Con 2 controller has been placed on a surface. It checks if it's vertical or horizontal, basically. The home menu supports mouse controls. You can try it there. Okay. Nintendo and mice. Long ago, Nintendo used to sell its own mice. This was the Super NES mouse in 1992. And the Nintendo 64 mouse, exclusive to Japan in 1999. Incidentally, the mice of old used a ball which rolled around inside. Man, this takes me back. Ah, have you gamers ever experienced a mouse with a ball in it? Man, I feel old all of a sudden. This was years ago, decades ago. This was in the last century. Nowadays, mice are faster and easier to use. There's no need to roll balls all over the place. That is true. The infrared sensors definitely improved the mouse functionalities, I will say. And the nostalgia. Papa Spuds used to tell me stories about ball mice. I still have a ball mouse in Bulgaria, actually. Because we have like an old computer, just not even connected to the internet. It runs Windows 98. It might be XP, actually. And it still has like the ball mouse and everything. Now that you've read all the insides, you can take a little quiz. All right, let's take the quiz. Did you put the ball in your mouth to clean? Spuddy, what is wrong with you? No. No, I did not put the ball in my mouth to clean. That sounds disgusting. It tasted. No. No. No, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about the ball tastings. So messed up. Oh, you just wiped it off with like a towel or a cloth because there would be dust gathering and that would mess with it. However, I will admit that the ball of the mouses back in the day, it did feel like when you boil an egg, it felt like the yolk of an egg. It did feel that way. Like it had the same texture and the same look, but it wasn't. It was just a rubber ball. The idea of iPod being able to be called old is weird. I agree. The mouse sensors not only use a camera, but it also uses which of the following? Ultraviolet light, high capacity memory, ultrasonic microphone, infrared light. It's the boring one. If you did ultraviolet, that would be dangerous. A certain pound of the mouse sensor has been customized to be different from the standard mouse. Which of the following is it? The lens, the privacy shutter, the film reel. Of course, it's the film reel, of course. Question number 3. What is the function of the 2 small sheets on the Joy-Con? To help slide it better, to make it waterproof, prevent static electricity, to prevent slipping. It's to slide better, but I feel like that's their worst design on this thing. How do you change it back to regular mouse? Press the A and up buttons? Nope. Lift it off the surface, ask a friend for help. Say change back please into the console microphone. Yeah, that's the one. Just lift it off. Here's a fun fact. SSD uses quantum mechanics. Does it? Which of the... Oh no, I remembered the year because I was like, ah, dang it, this is older than me. But let me read the question just in case, so I know I'm answering the right question. In which year did Nintendo release its very first mouse? 1992. Okay. Results? Check. Perfect score. Congratulations. I'm glad you could play a role in the mouse. Okay. Oh, is she gonna give us more facts? Alright. I feel like her facts haven't been that good. If you go to systems, you'll find a variety of accessibility options. Text size, bold size, high contrast, text to speech. Wait, it has text to speech? That's wild. You can adjust all these settings. This has text to speech? Reads out Wait. Readout can be restarted by pressing... I want to see if it text to speech is this game. That's gonna be wild if it does. Okay, this is the one I almost missed. And then there's like one random one that we haven't seen. But let's learn. Let's see if it text to speech. Oh, it's not doing it. It's not doing the text to speech. Maybe it's just some games that do text. I'm gonna turn it off because I'm gonna be freaked out when my Switch randomly starts speaking to me.
X button bold text off.
Wait.
Toggle button 4 of 13.
Wait. Can you guys hear that? Hold on. It was text to speeching this.
Text size. Bold text. High contrast. Zoom. Mono audio. Text to speech.
Oh my gosh.
Use text to speech. On. Toggle button. 9 of 13. Reads out text content that appears on screen. Read out can
This
be
is so
restarted by
uncanny.
pressing and holding a control stick. Not all screens support screen reader functionality. Voice type. Type 1. Type 1.
Text to speech. Voice type. Type 2. Button.
It's not even. It
Vertical
sounds so
list.
uncanny.
10 of 13. Text to speech volume.
Let's make it loud.
400%. Text-to-speech speed.
Talk fast.
300%.
Yes.
Voice type. Type 2. Button. Use text-to-speech. On. Toggle button. 9 of 13. Reads out text content that appears on screen. Readout can be restarted by pressing and holding a control stick. Not all screens support screen reader functionality.
This is what Zoomers feel like.
Mono audio. Off. Toggle button. 8 of 13. Text-to-speech speed. 300%. Slider. 11 of. Voice type. Type 2.
Text to speech. Voice type. Type 1. Button. Vertical list. 10 of.
Let's
Text to
make
speech
it really
speed.
slow.
300%. Slider. 11 of 13. Change speech to and from text during game chat. Button. Text. Button mapping in quick settings. Off.
This is so wild.
Toggle button. 2 of 13.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. This is silly. I can't.
Text off.
But it's nice accessibility. It is nice. It is nice. You get text to speech. It sounds a little uncanny, but. Now let me turn the game audio back down so it's not randomly too loud. Would you rather Nintendo use AI Mario voice? Yes. It's a me, Mario. Why attach the buttons? That'd be so much funnier. And then the girl version, you get like Peach. She's like, oh no! When the Joy-Con 2 controller is connected to the Nintendo Switch 2 console, the magnets in the console's main body attached to the SN. Wait, we already knew this. There are a couple of reasons for this. For one, it makes the Joy-Con 2 controllers more difficult to detach, and then the buttons pop out ever so slightly when they're being pulled by the magnets. This helps them attach snugly to the magnets. The buttons have room to move a little in multiple directions, or they can wiggle. Wait, is this true? They can wiggle a little. Yeah, they're wiggly buttons. What should be? Yeah! Oh my gosh, I want Link to be my text-to-speech. You just roll over things and he's just like, Hua! You're like, what does that mean? And he's like, huh! Or, excuse me, princess, but this text size is set to too low. Oh wait, you're using text-to-speech. Probably can't see. So it doesn't matter. It is what it is. No, I approve. Any accessibility added is good. Any accessibility, good accessibility. This makes them more difficult to detach even if you wiggle them around. Cool. Magnets are thinly covered. This is a disturbing image. The Nintendo Switch 2 console has hidden openings on it like this one here. Don't try this at home. It will void your warranty. This gives the magnets room to stick out. The openings are covered with a sheet of material that's around 0.2 millimeters thick, which is very thin. The closer a magnet is to what it's attached to, the stronger the force. That's why each one is covered with such a thin sheet. Okay. It's just a sticker, a very thin sticker. Why the gap? If you look closely at where the Nintendo's Joy-Con 2 controller is attached to the console, you notice there's a very narrow gap. That's actually a very important reason for this gap. It makes it harder to detach. Huh? It makes it harder. With this gap, if you try to twist the Joy-Con controllers, the principle of leverage would make it easier to detach. Even the tiniest of gaps is there for a reason. They make it harder to detach. Okay. Welcome back, Blonde. The magnetic connectors stay strong. These connectors on the console are what connects the Joy-Con 2 controllers to the console. You may think they look like a little flimsy at first. They do look very flimsy. I will say I was concerned about their flimsiness. But you can rest assured that the connectors have been designed to be safely used for a long time. First of all, the colored parts of the Joy-Con 2 controllers slot firmly into the console, while the connectors on the console and controllers loosely attach. This is still enough to connect them, however. As a result, even if you twist the Joy-Con controllers attached to the console, force will first be applied to the colored parts of the controllers. Okay, so it's not gonna like wear down the insides. This makes it difficult to apply force to the actual connectors. What's more, even if you do forcibly twist the Joy-Con 2 controllers attached to the console, there's actually a little leeway to let the connectors to move around. Since the connectors move in the direction they're twisted, it's harder to apply force to them. Okay. Alright. That's nice. That's nice design right there. Let's take that quiz. It's quiz time, gamers. Inside quiz. Volume 2. What happens to the buttons of the Joy-Con controllers when they're attached to the Nintendo Switch console? They become easier to press, they harden. What is this, Metapod? The controller used harden. They stick out a bit. I think they stick out a bit. Question number 2. Roughly how thin are the sheets? At 0.2 millimeters. They're very short. They're very thin. Question number 3. The gap between the console and the Joy-Con controllers affects the controllers in what way? The player LED becomes visible. I don't even know. This just doesn't make any sense. They become easier to detach. They become harder to attach. They become a little heavier. They become harder to detach. Because it uses lever force or whatever. In what way is this connection for the console fitted? Loosely. Right? It's a little loose so it can wiggle around, so it doesn't break. Done. Come on. Yes! Still got it. You got them all right. Color me impressed. It feels good to know a little more about the magnetic connectors, right? It really does, yeah. It's nice to learn. I like learning. Now what I would like to learn is what did I miss? I've missed a stamp somewhere. But which stamp did I miss and where is it? Area E? No, we have the buttons. We have these. What did I'm missing something. What does it look like I'm missing, gamers? What was under the stick on the first Joy-Con? Stick minus button plus button. Okay, there's the let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 things on the lower stuff. Let's see how many we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we do have everything on the bottom. The C button, the home button. What is next to the C button, home button, and right stick that I'm missing? C, home, there's plus, X, Y, C, R. There's something I'm missing here. I don't think it's the lights, right? We have this. Well, this is it at the bottom? Is it the screw somehow? Because it won't let me go to the next area now. Right, because we want to go to area D. But we're missing 1 stamp. Sorry, you're going to need some more stamps, sir. Collect all the stamps in area C and I'll let you through. But I'm curious as to what stamp we could possibly be missing. Like, I don't... Unless there's a secret stamp down here, but... Okay, let's go deliver this thing, I guess. How do we fast travel? Gonna go to the information center. We're gonna deliver these lost items. Okay, so this area has 18 stamps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Alright, so how many does this one have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this has like 2 more stamps. And we're missing... There's the release button. Minus plus button. There's the stick. There's something silly I'm missing here. And it won't let me go to the next area if I don't find it. What can we be missing? It's mouse foot upper that we're missing? Let's see. Now we have the mouse foot upper right here. Mouse foot upper. We have the plus button. We have... Huh. Child, do you know what we're missing? This LED is only lit up, but I can't help but stare at it. And then we have the lower foot. Maybe the release button? Let's see. And then there's the control stick. We turn this around, there's like a secret... Hee 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 hee. They're just hiding under here. Did you catch all the exhibits? And then down here, I mean, we have this glasses we can pick up, but I don't think that's a stamp. Why is there no hint button? I agree. It's like we are missing a random stamp from something. Is it the eject button? I think it might be the eject button. Now that I think about it. Yeah, because I don't think I interacted with the button. It is the eject button. It is the eject button. But where is the... Let's see, where was it for the other area? Release button. Oh, it was right next to the foot. Oh, we do have the release button though. Yeah, 10 bucks, right? Yeah, okay, we do have the release button. So then what the heck am I missing? Are we about to get soft locked? Part of me assumed that, you know, maybe I'm supposed to walk down here and this is being blocked by the glasses, but like... This didn't give me anything. Why is there no more... There's a Mareep on the thumbnail, so people know who's streaming it. I gotta think what else there is on this Joy-Con that could possibly... Like the rumble? The rumbler? We can't see? The rumble pack is a blast from the past. Let me see if I think we need to Google this, because like I'm just running around aimlessly at the moment. Joy-Con 2 R area. Joy-Con 2 R area stamps. I don't see any guides on the internet about this. Reddit. I don't see any. Oh no. Gamers, I think. Here's what I might have to pull out like paint and like screenshot this and hope we can like spot the difference. This is wild. Why are they doing this? This feels like a design flaw. Okay. So we're gonna screen share. We're gonna open up heckin' paint. Okay, so this is our area 2 stuff. And then let me get the other Joy-Cons info. Okay, so there's the other Joy-Con info. I'm gonna grab this. We're gonna copy paste it into okay. This one has slightly more stuff, but we're gonna just cross it off as we see the matches, and hopefully at least one of us catches what's going on, because this is wild. All right, so the L and Z L buttons, we got those. This is the R and Z R buttons. Then there's the minus button and the plus button. We got left, bottom, right? So this is the control sticks. We have A, B, X, Y. I have the right button. Okay. Then there's release button, SL, SR, mouse sensor, LED games, magnetic connector, sync button, SR, bottom. Okay. Mouse foot upper, mouse foot lower. So we have the capture button on the left one, which this was the only button there, so only one. And then here we have the C and the home button, which is the two buttons that are there. And then we had left stick and right stick, so we do have the sticks. The heck am I missing? Time to 100% the tutorial. Yeah, there's no guides on this, but we're missing a stamp about something somewhere. And we don't know what this stamp is or where this stamp is. We're just missing a stamp. I wonder if I have to deliver the glasses and that'll tell me what I'm missing, because I'm looking at this and it doesn't have anything else. Like, I'm out of buttons on this. Or is that the design flaw? Do we have the C button? We do have the C button. Yeah, there's C buttons right here. So we're missing something. But what are we missing? That is the question of the hour. That might be the question that makes me stop the stream and continue this next week if I can figure it out. Because this is almost lunchtime for me as well. Yeah, I'm gonna try delivering the glasses and see if maybe that's what's... Maybe that'll unlock a guy? Thank you for turning this in. If Evelyn, there's items lost. Now that didn't do anything. It would be hilarious if I doubt it, but I genuinely don't know what other... There's no other buttons on the actual Joy-Con. But there's clearly another stamp I need to collect. And the only other thing I can think of is like the HD Rumble down here, but like I don't... Maybe it's the angle we're looking at it at? Like, this is the HD Rumble area, but like there's no actual buttons remaining that we haven't seen. Did you? Yeah, we did the back release button, yeah. I keep thinking there might be like something down here to interact with, but it was just the lost glasses. I might have to look up a guide on this. If anyone's even made it this far. Because now it feels like that's all there is. Maybe that is all there is, unless I have other stuff, but I don't think so. I don't... Like, we are out of buttons. I've walked around the whole area. They did mention like the infrared sensor down here for the mouse sensor, but like there's no extra stamp for it. And it has to be between the because they seem to go in order, right? Like you have R button, ZR button, then the plus, then the directional, then the stick, and then it's something between the stick and the home button that we're missing. Because then it's like, oh, and then it goes down the line on the foot. So there's something in this area, like right here, that we're missing. But there's there's nothing there. Oh, are you? I feel scammed. I feel scammed right now. I feel so scammed, Nintendo. What is this? The NFC touch point. What is? Oh my! It's the Amiibo scanner. That is clearly not labeled anywhere on the Joy-Cons, and it's a feature that we just completely forgot about. It's the Amiibo scanner on the right Joy-Con. You can scan Amiibo by holding it here. Well, we can access Area D now, but I think I'm done with this for today. I think I'm done with this. So the question is, gamers, would you like to see the other part of this game next week? Because I can continue it next week. I'm sure there's stuff about the dock, and I'm curious where this takes me. So let me see what the next part is. But I think, did you get all the stamps? Let's just see where it takes us. Looks like they're all here. Good stuff. You can head on down the ladder, get to Area D. Watch your step. But before you head down, I have an important safety message for you. Regardless of how badly you may want to see the inside of hardware, like a game console or controller, please do not disassemble any of it. It could be dangerous to do so. Instead, you can safely observe the interior from the welcome tour. Okay, so this is just gonna take me like inside of the Joy-Cons, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, we'll save this for next stream, because I'm tired. We've been doing this for like 2.5 hours. I'm tired. I'm hungry. There's a lot more to explore, which we'll do next week. We'll save you $10 potentially again. For now, I am curious what you guys thought about this. What is your thoughts and feelings on the welcome tour so far? Do you think it's worth the $10? Did you learn anything fun and interesting? I think it's all right. This should have been free. this should have been free. But it is what it is. I get to waste my $10 so you don't have to. I'm hoping you guys enjoy this. Let's see where the exit takes us. If you want to change your appearance, that's it. I just want to exit. I think the only thing the exit... I just want to make sure it saves, you know? Your progress will be saved. Yeah, so this just takes you down the escalator. You can change your appearance, but... I'll keep being this normie guy. Go with this look. But yeah. Alright, that's gonna be it for this stream, gamers. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. I hope you do not waste $10 on this game. It is a $10 tech demo, and who knows, maybe sometime in the future they'll put it on sale for like $2. In which case, I'd say $2 is worth it. Just like CarQuest. CarQuest is worth the $2. If you wanna get a good $2 game, get CarQuest instead of this. I learned that this isn't as good as Astro's Playroom. Nah, it never was gonna be as good as Astro's Playroom. But yeah, I'll finish out the rest of this next week. Hopefully, I think I'll have time to stream next week. I don't know about the week after that because I might be jet lagged. I don't know how streaming will work while I'm in Europe, but we'll see. So yeah, we'll kind of play it by ear. We'll figure it out. But for the time being, thank you for hanging out. I will be streaming later tonight on my Twitch here. It is in the description, but I posted in chat as well in case you want to see it. I'll be streaming some Mario Kart with friends. If you prefer to stay on YouTube to watch the Mario Kart, go follow Floda. Let me get you Floda's link as well. They invited me, but I'm pretty sure like Alpha Star and Vic Vion are also going to be streaming. So if you do know Alpha Star and Vic Vion, you can just go on their channels and you can watch the stream there. If not, if Flota is a Splatoon creator, you can go subscribe, check them out. But they will be streaming the Mario Kart thing. They're organizing it, which is why I'm linking to them. Not quite sure if Vic and Alpha are confirmed. They might be. They might not. But yeah, if you want to see my POV, I'll be over on Twitch. Probably a lot quieter because it's going to be later in the day. But for now, I got to hop off. It's time for me to go wash this coffee mug, have some lunch, and script the next Can X Become Champion video because I'm behind schedule. But yes, thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. And if I see you tonight, I see you tonight. If not, I'll see you next week. That's it.